Well, this thing's finally getting some attention because it's needed some for a little bit. There's been a couple things that's just been getting worse and worse, and I need to address them because if not, they're going to drive me insane. And that's what I'm going to do in this video. So if you're new, I've recently got a ton of new subscribers. This is my 88 Bronco 2 first year fuel injection. Bought for $400. There's a whole little series about everything. Basically touched everything but the paint and the rust and stuff. What's not going to get, two things that's not going to happen in this video, which really needs to happen, is that's pretty bad. It's been getting worse. If you can tell, it's currently being held together with a zip tie. I do plan on putting a cab corner, and another biggie is half of winter has been pretty rough on my steelies up there where they put so much salt on the road. I mean, look at my $15 lug nuts. They're even rusting too. I mean, all of them are like that. Let's see. That was not too bad. This one was the worst one. I did scrub these down a little bit. But, if you're new, I sandblasted and painted those. Of course, I didn't prime them because I've never primed any of my steelies. Of course, I don't drive any of them to salt except for this one. So, those are going to have to get sandblasted, but those and the cab corner is not going to happen until after this winter because it doesn't really make sense to do it right now. I've got a whole list for this video, but I'm going to go and start with the interior. And two things off the top of my head. Can you even see it's dark in here? Not really. Okay, that does nothing for this. This steering wheel is red. You see that. The outside is kind of turned black from everybody just kind of using it as a steering wheel. So I've got a cover for it. Bought it at the swap meet for $1. So yeah. And that is driving me insane. It's not a huge deal. It just, I hate looking down and it's like that. And it used to hold itself up, but it's not. So I'm gonna pop that out. Try to glue something on the back of that so it stays like that. Let's see what else. Oh, I got some. So the reverse lights on this thing have never worked. So instead of diving into the wiring, which I hate wiring so much, and replacing bulbs and stuff, I got these at Harbor Freight. That's not them. I got these at Harbor Freight when they had a 25% off coupon. I'm going to see, let's actually just pop one out because I haven't even looked at them. Also, ignore the mattress. It's out of my 81 up here that I have a little camper in. I just haven't. It's from the previous video I've made. I just haven't put it back together. These are bigger than I thought they were going to be, but they're metal and they feel decent. I'm going to put these on the back somewhere. That's going to look stupid. That won't let me open my thing. That's going to look dumb. I don't know yet. That way, run a switch up front, and say I'm on a trail somewhere at night. I don't know why I would be, with these tires at least. I can just flip these on, and I've got light behind me and stuff, see what's happening. That'd be pretty neat. But for right now, these are really just for reverse lights. And I didn't get the wiring harness kit because that thing is expensive for what it is. It's really just a switch and the relay. I have that. I'm actually going to start with the interior because you're in the interior a lot more than you look at the exterior. So I need to work on that. The JB Welt's holding up pretty good on that rust hole. I wonder how much JB Weld will fix. I'm not even going to make that joke. So these just pop right off. You usually have a clip right here, but it's gone. Let's get up underneath here. That's it. There we go. So I got this piece of polystyrene, which I use for hobby stuff. Like, I don't know if I want to make a bumper for a little rock crawler. That's what you use it for. And it sticks really good with CA glue, which is more hobby glue. I want to just glue it in right there. It's after lunch. Kind of let that dry on there pretty good. I wrapped some electrical tape around that to try to get the same thickness And that's pretty good. It's just some like hobby grade CA glue on there. This is just a bag of stuff at the swap meet we picked up. So I got that one. Put it on my bed. That one. I think that's it. I'm thinking the darker one's going to look better. It's going to match the interior better. But I also like this red, so I don't know. That's not perfect, but it's better than what it was. That acts like it wants to pop in more right there, but I'm not going to force it. And I had a little 12-volt light to go right there, but I don't know what happened to it. Anyways, that's better, I guess. I don't know. I may take it back off, wrap some more electrical tape around it to get that out of there. In fact, I'm going to do that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because I just broke it off. The glue wasn't hard all the way. So that means I'm going to pop it back in and let that glue part in.
Fairly aggressive.
How do these work?
You need to get that out there in the sun and let it get good warm.
I can tell you right now, it's too small. Or does it stretch?
It'll stretch.
Okay.
But you need it as warm as you can get it. Put it in the sun.
Well, how big is it? This frame's in great shape. You know it? This frame's in great shape.
Yeah.
It may last me 5 years. Cool. How far back do you think I would have put this?
I don't know.
Well, I don't either. I'm thinking right there that way. It'll hit, something will hit the gas tank before it hits this. Well, this frame is made out of tuna cans, you know it?
Yeah.
They're so thin. That's not even a joke about the rust. They're just that thin in general. No. They are. I don't know. Goodness. I'm glad they didn't fight me, Annie. Yeah. That's tight enough. No, I can't get my wrench up there. Oh my goodness. That might just live up there, actually. What brand was that? Well. There. Okay, that's all it needed. Just a smidgen. Now, you gotta go back up there to tighten it. Yep. Now, there. This. Oh, what are you hitting? Yeah. That should be pretty decent. Rotate. Yeah, that's tight. Tight. You know, if this light just doesn't work, it's gonna be easier just to sell the truck than to get that off of there.
We'll put your backup camera on that thing.
The little radio I bought that I didn't put in here, that I should have put in here, it had a backup camera with it.
What?
It could have worked. It slid into a single DIN radio spot and it had a backup camera.
It would never work.
And for some reason I wanted a factory radio that broke within the first 6 months. But I got a cassette that works. That's pretty cool. Yep. I just realized I haven't said what this is. This is the I'm gonna put it on the back of the light to keep some dirt and stuff from packing in there. Hopefully make it last a little bit longer. So it's a dust shield. So I'm gonna weld that right there. Kind of make that solid. That way I can kind of bend this a little bit better. Make it look better. So I had a little rib right here. Actually, it was that right there. Had a little rib. And I kind of just beat it. You can tell. But it's somewhat smooth now. So I'm going to throw some paint on this. Even though I know, seeing as how my wheels did, it'll be rusted before before the winter's over and the summer's here. But it'll make it look better for the time being. And then I think it's just going to be held up there with another 1/4 bolt on the frame. So just kind of do that, and it's going to kind of hang out on the frame and maybe keep some mud off. I don't know. I mean, if it makes it last another 2 years, it took me 15 minutes to make this, so that's worth it. I left this out in the sun on my truck up there. It didn't get warm enough, but tomorrow's going to be a little bit better, so I'll throw that on then. And my phone's winging. Yeah, the glue finally set up a little bit. That's fine. I'm not even going to worry about redoing that. I thought I was going to have to, but that'll work. And, so, forgot to mention, the, what's that thing called? The socket for the reverse bulb, was so corroded and this stuff. That's actually why reverse lights have never worked. The power is actually getting back here. It's just there's no connection to be had right there. You can see on the old bulb actually that it was just arcing right there and ruined the surface of that. So that's fine. But anyways, it says wattage. These lights pull 15.1 if you can't read that. My dad said with the gauge that the original harness that was fine, even though this is a much bigger light. He said that was fine, so I actually just routed it up here, and you saw that I soldered it right into the factory plug-in for the harness for the pigtail for the socket. I just soldered it right there, and it comes on when you put it in reverse. But he says it's fine. I mean, but he did the math and everything, and he said it was big enough wire for that, so that was super easy. And the socket and stuff is still there. I may try to find one at the junkyard. That's a little bit better, because a pigtail socket is $22. And that's not including shipping. I don't know how much that's going to be. But just one of these lights is $15. And I think normally they're like $20. So that you're going to get a ton more light, and it's cheaper. So that works out pretty good for reverse lights, because I've been trying to back up places. I just can't see nothing. But yeah, that's why that's just wired into the stock harness. Actually, let's turn both these lights off and see how bright it is. Key has to be on reverse. Ooh, that's not bad. See, it's going all the way back up there. So I'm gonna pull out when it gets more darker, test it then. But that's not too bad. Actually, that's pretty good. That's pretty decent, ain't it? It's better than what I had before.
Better than what you had.
Which is not. It's hard to look at, you know it.
I don't know. Look at it.
I know it's shining on you. Well, we ain't doing that. It's done cooled off.
Oh, you hold your bottom in the middle.
Yep. He didn't want to do that, did it?
It wouldn't have done it cold.
I wouldn't have done that cold.
Yeah, get it about halfway or something like that.
The thing ain't in the middle, but
Well,
I
I don't know if we can turn it. You hold by the.
There it goes.
It's really too small. It's made for a small wheel.
Well, it didn't say what size it was on the package.
No, I'm talking about diameter.
I know. Well, yeah.
It still look a lot better.
It's better than what it was. Now, what do I do with the string?
You take one
Speaking
and
of
you go.
string.
Was that what it was?
I don't
That's where
know.
you tie it.
Okay.
So
Kind of tuck it up underneath all these. And then that one actually just tucked in underneath that. So that looks pretty good. I kind of, like I said, I kind of hated it when I was putting it on, because it wasn't covering enough. But once you get all the wrap and stuff around, I started to come around to it. And I really like it. This I wish was, you know, the way this is. That's these goofy looking Ford steering wheels. That's just the way it is. So I like it. Also, while I'm here, here's something that I picked up today that will more than likely, most definitely be in the next, definitely not the next, but one of the next upcoming videos. I just completely forgot what it was. It is a Monster Moto mini bike. It was electric. I picked it up for $35 off of Marketplace because it's frame. It's got a frame. The brakes work. Tires are good. I mean, look at this sick little disc brake setup. That's pretty neat. I was messing with this and said, hey, feels pretty good not to be attached to anything. Then I saw this after I bought it. Yeah. More than likely, I'm going to do like a whole little build series like I did with that bike back there. And then this one, it's a lot smaller than that one. So I think I'm just going to try to flip this for some cash, you know. Put a sensible motor that way like a kid could enjoy it. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to try to flip it. So, all right, so here's the little dust shield, splash shield, or whatever I made for that light under there. I'm going to throw that on. All it is just going to bolt onto the frame with a 1/4 nut. It's not that heavy, so I think that should be in there. Yeah, it's kind of ugly, but it'll work. If it rattles or something, I'll come back and try to get this side to attach to that bolt right there. But I don't really think it will. It's got a little bit to wiggle till it hits. And you see it's just going with a 1/4 bolt with a lock washer. That's it. I mean, I think it should keep some mud and stuff off of there, some salt. So overall, I think it looks pretty good. Since this truck is in the garage again, which is kind of where it lives because it leaks, that means that I'm out of time working on the Bronco because I got some places to be. Anyways, let's go up here. Anyways, oh, you can kind of see the light up underneath there. There's a chicken over there too. We don't own any chickens. It kind of just roams around the neighborhood. I feel like I didn't get a lot done in this video, but that's fine. I got some stuff done that I need to get done, and I kind of just ran out of time on the weekend. Also, that kind of is coming apart again. But I got a few things done that I need to get done. Biggie was the reverse light. I needed one of those. And I think that and this piece of trim right here and the steering wheels all have done. So that looks nice. I like that. That could be tightened up, but you know what? At least it looks good. I'm getting me a list together of what all I need. I can't talk. What all I want to do this summer after this winter. Biggie is that cab corner. That needs to be addressed. It's bringing the look of the whole vehicle down. I just walked into the tree behind me. I'm not gonna go deep into fixing the rest of the rust holes in this. I just want to fix the worst, and then whenever spots get half as bad as that one, I'll fix it, because that's worse than I would have let it get on. But wheels need to be sandblasted like I mentioned, and then I think I'm gonna go and pick up tires when I do that, because these tires are getting pretty dry rotted. I'm not scared of them, but while I'm in there, I might as well go and do some wheels too. I think they look pretty good. Tires, I think they look pretty good. I got somewhere to be, so I'm gonna run through the car wash, get all this mud and stuff, spray it all off, and go do some other stuff. So yeah, that's it for this video. So see ya.